Like I got in trouble at school.
Weesby Live.
Oh, shit. Okay.
We are live. Whoa. We getting knocked out here or what? A little too vocally, maybe. So, yeah, we are live. It's May 23rd, 2023. I don't know why my volume is going nuts over here. Hopefully it's not fucking shit up on the other side. It's always something. Did you disappear or are you still there?
I'm still here.
Yeah.
I'm just not on super max volume like you.
Are any of us really here?
Probably not.
You're trying to get all philosophical and shit.
Oh boy. All right. Drinking with Drew. We are here. Woohoo. We have Laura in studio. Hi.
Hi.
Get a little one boob sticking out there. I didn't say hide it.
Well, then don't point it
making
out.
it known. We have Joe
Yep. Good to see you guys.
with his Hershey's shirt. You trying to tell people something?
Nope.
And then we have Garby.
Wow, that was slightly less enthusiastic.
Well, you
And
don't have one
then we
boob hanging
have
out.
Garby.
You don't have one boob hanging out.
Or a Hershey shirt.
He could.
Those are Joe's new pronouns.
Can you guys
She and her.
throw
Her and she.
the cooler handle down again? Thank you. Oh God, that's so noisy. And
We have a
we're trying a little something today. We have Joe Cam going on.
Joe Cam.
we got Simon Cam.
Simon
Technically
Cam.
Simon Cam.
Oh.
Oh boy. Yes.
Now you get to see the attack from all angles.
Oh, my He's on the run. Don't come back here.
It's like Shark Week in here.
All right. Just waiting for his leash to get a hold of one of these
Snagged.
tripods, and down we go. So, yep. We got some crazy rain today in Riverview finally.
Hail.
Hail, Riverview.
Said no one ever.
Said no one ever.
It only lasted a half an hour, which I guess is a good thing.
Well, I mean, I was glad.
30 minutes is better than 30 seconds.
Yeah.
Just saying.
I was glad I got anything. And amazingly, I think my sprinkler system actually noticed that it was raining and didn't come on.
Oh,
So
nice.
that's a first.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I was like, okay, I'm going to have to manually turn my system off today. But it didn't come on. So cool. A lot of weird stuff going on right now, which we're going to get to. We have DeSantis officially announced his run for presidency. If he hasn't done it, it's going to be done like tonight.
I'll say I don't think he has officially yet.
All right.
Let's
Well,
double-
it's going to be
let's double
done officially, officially tonight.
And how is it going to be done?
On Twitter with Elon Musk somehow. I don't know. I don't know if Elon Musk is like going to be standing next to him or if he's just allowing him to do it on the Twitter platform or if it's, I have no idea.
Can you go live on Twitter like you can on the other platforms?
You can now, but you have to be like a super special subscriber type.
Gotta have
follower.
Which means you have
Gotta
to pay
have a
the
blue
monthly
check
payment
mark.
that's been enacted by
I
what's his name,
think
Elon
even-
Musk.
A $9 blue check mark.
I think it's more than that. I think
I thought it was like 11 to start or something.
that's if me and you wanted to subscribe as a special user, but I think
Oh.
for a celebrity to use Plitter, that's my new platform, Plitter, Twitter as their platform, I think it's like much more expensive.
As of 24 minutes ago, he is still not.
He is still not.
I mean, that's old news. I mean, why don't you get something new within
I'm
24
trying. I'm
minutes?
trying.
Come on.
I went to RonnieD.com and that's all I had.
You accidentally went to ronjeremy.com,
Yeah.
saw a big old schlong.
Yeah.
Let's see what Simon thinks about the issue.
Simon is not impressed.
He does not give a shit.
No.
Simon's gonna announce his
Let's
bid
try to
next.
keep it that way for
Right.
the next 45 minutes. So So yeah, we'll see how it works out. I mean, I know a lot of people are not fans of DeSantis. You know, I think he did well during the hurricane, and as a governor, I mean, personal opinion, I don't think he's been horrible, but you know, lately he's caused a lot of controversy with his decisions with Disney and whatnot, which I think he's been focusing way too much
And the
of his
education
energy
system.
on. I mean, I don't know. I don't have kids, so I don't have a fight in that race. So
I heard today that they made all of the students get all new textbooks that have the word slavery removed, and it's replaced with forced labor, because they don't like the term slavery because it has a connotation.
well, you vote these people in, so you know.
I think you know, I'm not registered Republican, so my opinion doesn't really mean very much. But I think if I had to choose between him and Trump, he would be the lesser of the evils. That's what I personally would choose, him over Trump. But I mean, I'd rather none of them. But you know,
What's the name of the new guy that came into play?
Davis, I think.
Okay.
Can't think
Another
of-
Republican?
Another Republican, yeah.
Black male. It is he's been in the Senate for years.
He actually was in Congress and in the Senate. So
Okay.
he was House, and then he became Senate.
Interesting.
So we'll see. And then we have, you know, I'm not a conspiracy theorist. Yes, I am.
Yeah, you are.
I don't think you're fooling anybody at this point.
But
If anybody's a regular watcher of the show, I don't think you're fooling them.
Now when he does the editing, the editor's just gonna put a Pinocchio coming
Yeah.
out.
I am the editor, Joe.
Right. Just giving you clues,
oh.
tips.
So, yeah, you have to think like, okay, you have this train that has all these explosives on it. It's a chemical that it's carrying that is in fertilizers and other common, I don't know, honestly, I think just regular household items that you can use to start fires. But it's a liquid that was apparently somehow leaked out of this cargo train. So there's a big investigation going on. The train company says that the seals were in place when it got to the facility in California. I think it was from Wyoming to California.
Well, that's the problem. They're trying to protect us with seals.
Yeah, I know. Well,
Like,
you
at
know,
least
they could
guard
use
dogs or
badgers.
something. Yeah.
Walruses are dangerous.
Yeah.
They're vicious.
So I don't know, man. If the senators weren't issued the satellite phones and they didn't have this radiation warning thing going on
Like all in the same week.
all in the same week, I'd probably be a little less concerned. But yeah.
So this wasn't the train wreck where all of the chemicals spilled. This was like it went
Well,
from
at
point A
least
to point B
as bad as
intact, and the actual product was missing.
Yeah. Like they got to the facility and the train was empty. Like the liquid explosives, was it nitrate that was in
Yeah.
there?
It sounds like a hell of a movie.
Yeah.
Right.
I mean, it was gone. So either something hugely sneaky had to go down to get 30 tons of this liquid out of a train cart.
They probably just watched Breaking Bad and used that technique.
Maybe it's like the Uber Eats driver that keeps eating your chicken fingers
Fuckers.
out of the package when it shows up on your door. There's no French fries in there.
No, the timing is interesting, but it's probably the current climate. It's probably prudent for those satellite phones to be in the hands of senators.
Yeah, but you also have to remember just a month and a half ago, we were worried about shooting aliens down. So is it a cover up for something going on there?
I'm more concerned about the $290 million of anti-radiation medication that was purchased by the government.
Yeah. I mean,
I want to
and
know if that's just for the government officials or if that's supposed to cover all U.S. citizens, because $290 million is a lot.
Probably not in the grand scheme of things for
radiation
anti-radiation
medication.
vaccine. Yeah, probably just covers Riverview.
No, it's actually
We're good.
What is it, Piney Point?
Yeah.
Yeah. I don't know. I mean, it's interesting to, ponder, I guess. But
I mean, we're like, you have to feel like we're on the brink of World War III
Right.
at any moment. you know?
Well,
This makes me want a bunker in the
are we
house, under the house.
Are we on the brink of World War III or are we the brink of Civil War? Because, I think right now, either one. I mean, you flip a coin. I kind of have had a mentality that we've been involved in a civil war for the last year and a half.
We had an unarmed civil war.
Yeah, it's propaganda. It's used,
sure.
Propaganda
Yes.
and just the media being used to spread a bunch of bullshit,
Yeah.
which is interesting because in
both
2000,
both sides of the media.
oh yeah,
by the way.
absolutely,
It's
absolutely,
not one-sided.
no. So in 2012, Obama basically reversed the law. It used to be against the law to use propaganda against the citizens of the United States.
Mm.
And in 2012, Obama removed that law, which is odd. So now the government could technically trick us and do it legally for the good of the country or the good of the citizens or the good of the bubble, however they word it,
Mm-hmm.
And to me, it's like, okay, why would they do that?
Who brought up the law though that he ended up like signing off on, like to say where it originated? Because I'm sure Obama wasn't going through all of the old laws and like, oh, I don't like that one, let's get rid of that one. So like, who brought it up?
I don't know.
That's what I wanna
I'll
know.
research and circle back,
Thank you.
just like the White House says. We'll circle back. To
Circle,
that.
yeah.
Mhm.
Circle back.
So I don't know. I'm just kind of sitting here drinking beer, like, okay, whatever happens, happens. There's nothing we can
Yeah,
do.
exactly. I was just say, there's not, just because the senator has a satellite phone now, there's not a whole lot we can do.
I'm gonna go buy a satellite phone.
I know, yeah, yeah.
What are they getting on
okay,
that thing?
beyond that, that's about all we can.
Are they on Elon Musk satellites?
So,
That's a good point.
and if any of them declined it, do the
Well, I
people
think-
with satellite phones become the next in line?
I
Like, do
think
you
they-
automatically,
they
you have a
offered
satellite
fif-
phone, you are.
They
you
offered
are here.
all of
Right.
the senators, but only like half of them.
So far,
took them
only
up
half
on the
have taken
offer.
it, yeah. I
Well,
wonder
But
if
why
that-
would you not take it?
what
Like,
would be,
if
what would
it's
be even,
offered to you, why would you not take
and
it?
what would be even more curious is the
Be-
party line there. Like what party, is there any kind of, party line difference between
I'm
who
sure
took it and
somebody's
who
looked
didn't?
into that
Well,
already.
maybe
I'd love to
it's-
know that.
maybe
It wasn't in the article, but I'd love
maybe
to know
the
that.
satellite phones are monitored, and
Well,
they don't want their
and
conversations.
their
to be
regular cell
monitored.
phones aren't. They are
Not like they can be, and obviously
more
the
likely than the
the
satellite.
Oh,
FBI
everybody's phones
yeah,
are monitored.
I know, but
I was talking to Amaya one day at Disney. When we were pulling, I was like, I wonder what those attendants in the parking lot make, because just standing there waving all day,
mhm.
and so we're in the park, and I pull up my phone. It's got ads for Disney job openings.
Mhm.
I'm like, okay, that's bullshit.
Yeah.
That is bullshit.
Flag waiver.
Yeah,
Mhm.
yeah.
It's hilarious.
Yeah.
Yeah,
All the
you're
time.
dead.
It's constant. It's constant.
Can we get one of those applications? Because that doesn't sound like a bad idea.
Yeah, no. Oh, it's got. Yeah,
I
no,
would
they
not
make
want to
probably-
stand out in the parking lot
No,
for fucking 8
That's
hours.
not a job you want in the summer either.
What's your retirement job?
I have two.
What's the second one?
Well, the first one, I think I've swapped. Maybe I don't know.
Oh.
Like, if you're living at a retirement home, private investigator would probably be pretty easy. Just
No,
walk out to the
'cause-
home.
Yeah, I
You
don't
have to
know.
figure out who's having
yeah,
unprotected sex because
Who
there's
started the
There's
most
a lot.
recent round of STDs?
yeah. Oh God, gross.
No, I think the easiest retirement plan is you rob a bank when you're like 70.
Mm.
So you either make out with the loot, and you have another good 5-10 years ahead of you,
Or you get assisted living in jail.
or you go to jail and you get free health care and a cot and free food.
you gotta
That's literally a movie.
yeah,
Well, that's
Yeah.
it's a good movie.
but you got to be careful messing with old people because the threat of life imprisonment, it's not as much of a threat for an older person.
Right.
No, I know. It's like you're threatening me to 10 years for
Like, okay.
stealing $1 million. Okay.
You're like, I don't have to pay my bills. I don't have to worry about cooking
Right.
my meals. You know?
And the second one is just watering plants at Lowe's.
Mm-hmm.
which-
Are you free of bills? How does that work? If you have a
Well,
mortgage and you go to jail,
I mean,
do you call the mortgage company like, sorry, I'm
yeah,
detained?
people default on their mortgages all the time.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, default. Yeah, you have to default. I'm saying like, there's not some free pass.
No.
Nope.
Yeah,
No.
you're-
I mean-
you come out to a closed.
Let me tell you something.
I mean, are they really going to try to collect from somebody who's sitting in prison? They're going to be like,
That's a
just
great
going to.
But
opportunity
if I
to
was an
foreclose on
insurance
them.
agent, I would offer prison home coverage.
Yeah.
So if you go to jail or prison, you cover your mortgage is covered.
Yeah.
And, you pay an extra $30 a month or something.
I like.
It'd have to
how
be a
many,
lot more.
How many watch lists would you immediately show up on if you buy that insurance? You know,
Right?
like-
But
I need
I
some
mean, it's a
prison
good plan.
insurance.
I would do it.
Yeah. Yeah.
Prior
How does Joe
felony?
Cam look from over there?
Joe Cam?
How's it?
Oh,
See,
gosh.
What?
Okay.
That's a good shot. You don't like that shot? It's a behind the scenes. You could probably stand up and twerk.
Behind the
Behind
scenes.
You want to
Yeah.
stand up and twerk?
Nope.
No. Okay.
Nope. Bad
Yeah.
angle.
Behind the scenes.
I mean, it's a view of the studio that a lot of people don't get to see. You know?
There you go. Well, if they
Unless
watched
they watch the
your
video, yeah,
tour,
yeah.
yes,
Yeah,
they
yeah.
would know exactly what it
Mhm.
looked like. Passed out.
Passed
He's
out.
drunk already.
So I don't know. I mean, I'm not overly paranoid, but I definitely think something's brewing.
Yeah, like I said, I feel like we're at a tipping point, and
there's people who want it to happen.
Oh, sure.
You know,
the problem
like,
is there's too much tipping.
The media,
There's a tipping point in that too.
the media wants it to happen because they're just going to
Oh, yeah.
the live, coverage they're going to get on every little riot in every city, in the United States.
Yep.
But
Oh no, the media is gonna love the fact that DeSantis is running now too. That's gonna
oh yeah, well,
DeSantis and Trump.
going at it.
It's already been kind of brewing in the media, if you will, because they've been kind of trading insults back and forth now.
Now that they've got it, come on.
Yeah.
Just think about the
Trump
ratings on Saturday Night Live.
Oh yes.
Man.
Who's gonna do DeSantis?
Who's gonna play
Who's gonna play
DeSantis? I
DeSantis?
know.
I'm surprised they didn't have somebody already
It's true.
because he's been out there for a while.
He's not. He's pretty nondescript.
But he's Disney, like that's his. been
He's
in the
not
news a
real.
lot.
I haven't recalled a skit with him in it.
No,
He
they
doesn't-
have. I'm
he's
surprised
not-
they haven't.
He
though.
doesn't have a very unique voice necessarily. He's not boisterous. He's not overly demonstrative. So he's not really
He's
right.
not, he's not as much
It's not
of
a
He's
character.
not right for impersonation.
Right.
Right.
Like Trump, obviously. Is
No, he's
easy
classy.
fodder. Yeah.
Even Clinton was classic.
Clinton's
Right?
Clinton's good.
So
Yep.
when
Who
I
was
when I was growing
who
up
was
in
the
Temple
little
Terrace,
short, the little
George Bush, the first George
no,
Bush.
who was
another
the
good
other
one.
one?
Spicer.
No. Oh God.
Ross
When-
Perot.
when-
Yes.
Yeah.
Thank
Yeah, he's
you.
a good one.
Thank you.
Ross Perot.
when I was growing up in Temple Terrace, our neighbor, and the guy still lives there to this day, was the Clinton impersonator that was internationally known. He was on Saturday Night Live. He was on all this.
But he wasn't the SNL like character. He was,
He was-
like.
Yeah.
It wasn't because what was his
Lived in Temple
Colin?
Terrace?
No.
Colin, what was?
Are you talking about Daryl Hammond?
No,
Daryl
no.
Hammond.
He was. I'll pull him up on the video and I'll put him up on the edited.
He was
version.
on SNL
Yeah.
doing the.
Yeah,
doing
but he was
Clinton.
on like Conan. He was on like.
So before they had an SNL actor who was like lined up for the part during like whenever they needed him.
Yeah,
There was this
I
guy
don't know
that
if
they
he was
brought
like an
in.
assigned like SNL guy, but he did Clinton everywhere for everybody on every late night
Really?
talk show. Yeah, and the dude had like a 1989 Ford Taurus station wagon. It wasn't a Taurus. What was it? Like a turtle car.
Shaggin' Wagon.
Impala, Chevy Impala station wagon.
You're from Ford Taurus to Chevy Impala.
And
Yeah,
a
yeah,
station
yeah.
wagon.
Yeah.
The
Station
Impalas were
wagon.
station wagons.
Yeah, yeah. And I drive by, I still see the car there. Like he still has a
Oh wow.
fucking car and everything. So
He couldn't capitalize on that at all.
I'm sure he did.
Yeah.
I'm sure he did. Like
Yet he kept the same car in the same house. In
well,
Temple
he
Terrace.
has a different car, but that same car is still there.
Mm.
But he lives in the same house. Like I'm sure he's paid that house
Oh yeah.
50 times over.
Yeah.
But yeah,
When are we
That's
going to get
cool.
to that point with this podcast?
you know, we're getting there.
We got to work on our sponsors.
Yeah, we're adding what, like a viewer a day?
One
So
We're
view at a
we're
time.
actually doing pretty well because
2035. Sam's will
We're
start providing
at-
the pizza.
we're at over 80 subscribers on YouTube. So I mean that's doubled since
It's all about the music.
January, I think.
Mm-hmm.
We need some of these live people to call in so they can win the prizes.
Oh yeah.
Where's the number?
Let me find it real quick. There it is. 1-877-225-DREW. I don't think we have a viewer yet. We have no viewers.
Wow.
Yeah.
Y'all suck.
Performing for no
Sad.
one.
So sad.
I thought for sure Maya would watch. of all the nights that why
Can't
are we
even get your
why
wife to watch.
why do we not have the body painters in tonight?
I know, right?
Come on. Got to take advantage of these opportunities.
No, it's fine. So on YouTube subscribers, that's up. We've actually got about 10 since the last week. 'cause
Since
of
last night.
Siren
Well,
guys.
I'm thinking views, not.
Yeah. We got some other viewers. Jason Stallworth helped me get quite a few. And that show was really good that we did last week with them, which was posted up Sunday.
Come on, Germany.
Come on, German. Let's do it.
Germany's awesome. I
Yeah.
love Germany.
German is awesome. Sausages.
We should have had a German beer.
You didn't
Yeah.
even have a German beer. No,
We'll
I'll
get
bet
one.
that-
Fail.
Well, we need Germans to contact us and let us know the beer they want us to review.
I'm German.
Well, what do you want us to
don't.
review?
Top 10 Nazis of all time.
Oh, shit.
Push the rewind button.
Hitler doesn't even make the list.
They're all working for NASA right now. so.
Yeah.
Push the rewind.
It's not making the edited version.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's crazy how many Nazis that NASA hired after.
And
Oh,
Walt
yeah.
Disney was not a Nazi.
Yeah. So I'm thinking Instagram we're over like well into the hundreds. Facebook we're over 200. So yeah, inching away,
Growing, yeah.
inching away. Twitter's where the big ones at. That's like 1,500.
Nice.
So, but that's where I just post a bunch of stupid shit, you know.
Once in a while, you have some funny stuff.
Yeah, every once in a while, Joe. Every once in a
You
while.
had the one with when your alignment is off. That was pretty funny.
That was Twitter.
I don't know.
When your alignment was Joe doesn't have social, so he doesn't know about your posts
He's
that
got
way.
super secret social.
I can see them. I'm just not.
He's
I just
got
don't have
super
an
secret
account.
social.
Ah,
I don't know what Joe's got going on. So these people have there's a stolen car. The cops stop the stolen car. They arrest the people in the stolen car. And I guess some were kids that they weren't arresting, and they called chaperones to come pick the kids up.
Mm.
And the car that arrived to pick the kids up was a stolen car.
genius.
Was
So
this,
good.
Was
That's
this local?
amazing.
Is this a
Oh,
Florida
my
thing?
I don't know where it was, Joe.
It sounds Florida.
Don't
It
expect
sounds-
me to do too much research on these little
That
short
sounds
stories.
That sounds
very
like a Florida
Yeah.
thing to do.
Could have
It
been.
does.
Florida man shows up in stolen car to pick up
Yeah.
Kids from stolen car, right?
I mean, I can read the full story if you would like me to.
Nah.
We're just gonna sit here and watch you look at your phone.
Right.
Well, yeah.
This will be cut from
That'll
the
be
edited
amazing.
version.
Absolutely. Yeah.
Sorry, live
Just tell us where
non-viewers.
it was.
Right.
That's all
Okay.
we need to know.
4 juveniles and 2 adults got arrested in Maryland last week after they
Wow.
were caught driving around in 2 stolen cars.
That they stole from Florida.
A guardian, yeah, exactly.
They're all from Florida.
A guardian showed up to pick them up in another car that was also stolen. That everyone in everyone in that car got busted too. So yeah, I mean,
Wow.
stupid
Yeah.
are you? You know?
That's incredible.
Yeah, I mean, gotta love it.
I think they missed the Florida transplants now living in Maryland.
Yeah, exactly.
People moved to Maryland. It was too hot in Florida.
Yep.
We've just got so much garbage. We just started passing the garbage off to
Yeah.
other states.
Mm-hmm.
Joe, you're so quiet when you talk. I gotta boost your volume up and
Boost my volume.
Mhm.
give you a booster.
You're listening to the smooth sounds of the evening. on the
ASMR
Drinking
with
Food
Joe.
Show. The drinking.
What
with
is
Food Show.
ASMR? I see that pop up. What does that even mean?
It's
It's like-
autonomic sensory something or other. It's like very soothing, and it's supposed to,
Mm.
just make you feel good.
Sure.
It's like random sounds though. Like I don't even know. Like
What are the
people make
what's the
TikToks when like organizing shit, and
what's
it's
the
like
acronym again?
Autonomic
ASMR.
sensory.
ASMR.
Let's,
AM what?
ASMR.
I'm gonna check the Google box right now.
The Google
Sure.
What
Box.
does the Google say?
Sure, Asian is in there somewhere.
Oh God.
Asian sensory massage.
Autonomous sensory meridian response.
Mm.
It's a relaxing, often sedative sensation that begins on the scalp and moves down the body.
What?
It tickles the balls. It's,
Well,
a-
it's like watching Bob Ross.
it's also known as brain massage, and it's triggered by placid sights and sounds such as whispers,
Yeah, it's like whisper soft.
accents, and
I knew it was
and,
Asian.
and happy
something.
little trees.
happy little trees right over
It
here.
is. It's the Bob Ross of sounds.
Yeah.
There you go.
That is
He,
delicious.
he was ASMR before it even had a title.
Right?
Before it was even cool.
Yeah. Also known as Bob Ross. ASMR.
So Garby, how much did you spend on your wedding?
Ooh.
Over 10 grand?
Interesting segue. Speaking of ASMR.
Mhm.
You see his blood
no, it's,
pressure just boil.
It's probably $4,000.
Wow.
That's
Good
good.
job.
We called in a lot of favors.
Good job.
So we rented the gazebo in Safety Harbor for the ceremony.
I was there.
Yep. And that was only like $150 for the hour.
Wow.
Wow.
Yeah, and then we rented the trolley to take people from the first took people from the reception hall to the gazebo and then back after the ceremony. Not everybody, but like immediate family mostly. And that was, I think, $450 for the 2 hours. The DJ was $400, and then the hall was like $800. and then the rest of it, yeah, like my we catered the food, but that was only probably.
Did you guys have a
300.
bartender? I don't remember.
We had two people that my dad used to my dad was working with at the time. They came in, just younger people, like probably early 20s.
Mm-hmm.
They came in and were servers.
Okay.
We had like a big punch bowl, So I think we paid them like
Jesus
nice.
fuck.
I think we paid them
I
each.
burped at Joe Cam.
I think we paid them each $100 for the night.
Okay.
Yeah, so we did it real, and the photographer was Amaya's cousin.
Not Drew.
Yeah,
No,
he was just there partying. He was just
Yep.
hanging out.
He was retired by then.
I think it was.
What else? My mom made some of the food. Her mom paid for the beer, the liquor. Like we did relatively cheap liquor. Just bought a bunch of rum, made a huge punch bowl.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, we did it pretty cheap.
How about you, Joe?
Over
Over or under 10?
Oh God, Joe.
I'm a little embarrassed to say now.
Just say it was over 4.
It was north of 45 to 50.
Jesus.
It was just under the 50 mark.
Oh my!
Is that you only, or you and your parents, family? Like
Just me and my wife. It was.
Mm.
We got married in Long Island, and the church was, cheap, but the flowers were, I think it was something like $3,000 just for flowers.
Wow.
The tuxedos and dresses were like another $2,000 there.
Oh, I didn't include my clothes.
Yeah.
I bought a $40 shirt from Jason Penney.
Did it include Amaya's dress?
Amaya's dress was another. Yeah, it was like $150.
it was like a white bikini.
Genius.
Yeah.
Our reception was actually on a boat, so we hired a private yacht that holds like 200 people.
Oh
Owned
we
by
had-
Bezos.
We had
Yeah.
100. We had 160 people on the boat,
Wow.
and that was like 200 a person or something like that. And it was really nice. They did a buffet and open bar, and it actually pulled out of Brooklyn, went down around towards Manhattan, up on the east side, turned around, back down, up on the west side, turned around, back down, around underneath the Verrazano Bridge and underneath the Williamsburg and Brooklyn bridges, and then back to Brooklyn again, like 4 hours later.
Nice.
Okay.
But, the DJ was another 800, and the flowers were a couple thousand, and the
So your wedding,
photographer was a couple thousand, and
with inflation, your wedding would probably be in the 70s right now.
possibly,
Oh,
yeah, it
yeah.
was 10 years. It was 10
Mhm.
years ago.
Yep.
And it was
So-
around 45
Mine would
to
be
50,
close to
yeah.
$5,000 now.
The shirt you bought would be like
Yeah.
$48.
Exactly. Are you
Yeah.
Are you starting a budget for your wedding?
No,
Is that
so
what's,
I just I was listening to some conversation on the radio today, and somebody was talking about how much money they lost because they had to reschedule their wedding, yada yada. And so when my first marriage, my ex's mom spent like $32,000
Shit.
on the wedding.
That was
And
like in the early 2000s.
Yeah, that was-
that was
too.
1990.
Oh God, in the 90s?
Six.
Oh my
Yeah.
God.
That's like $100,000.
Yeah. So, and that's when I backed out of the wedding, and she threatened to sue me for $32,000. I'm like, oh, fuck you. But then I caved. I'm like, whatever. So, she's like, I don't give a fuck if you're married for 2 hours, 10 days, or 2 years. You're gonna get up there and marry my fucking daughter.
Well, that's the
Okay.
dowry, right? You got to collect on that.
Yeah.
It's either that or she owes you like 3 goats and a chicken.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, I did what she wanted, and we were married for technically a year, but I think we were divorced by a year and a half.
Wow.
But I just don't get why people spend so much money on a wedding. Like, I'm just trying
It's
to
crazy.
understand it.
I understand his a little more because you guys were together a long time,
we
right?
were
Before you-
together almost 10 years, but
Yeah.
Imagine
have-
what
I
you
have a
could have done at
decent-sized
Vegas
family.
for
I know.
40 grand.
she has a decent sized family, and you make the list, and I guess it's just what you're accustomed to, and you invite your family and you invite your friends and your parents and the people that you work with. The list was like 350 people. We had to cut that down to like 225 before we even sent invitations out, and so that's like already just the number of people alone is just astronomical. And I mean that's just commonplace up in New York. I don't mean maybe down here people have smaller weddings and only invite 50 people.
I don't know. I read
know?
somewhere not long ago that the average wedding in Florida was around $25,000.
Yeah.
Good Lord. I've never been married, planned a wedding, nothing, but I have never, ever been like, oh my God, I need this, that, and that. I'd be like, take me to the courthouse.
Yeah.
Great,
Well,
thanks.
I
I'll go
mean-
buy a dress at the mall.
Oh, that was the second wedding. The second marriage was the courthouse, but I mean, it didn't help. Didn't make the marriage last any longer. That's for sure.
Well, I think there was other problems with that one, but we'll leave that off air.
I'm totally happy to talk about all my marriages.
He's got a collection of them.
Yeah.
No, but I just don't. There's so
use it on
much more
something
you can
else.
do with your money than spend it on
Yeah.
little,
Most of the time,
one
like if
day
you're
event.
spending that much money, you have so many people there that you're not even able to spend like quality time with a lot of the people.
Yeah.
Or you're so busy trying to have quality time with everyone, talk to everyone, thank them for coming, whatever else, that you don't even really have time to enjoy the wedding yourself because you're, talking to everyone.
Not just that, it's just so impractical. Like the likelihood you're gonna stay married is pretty slim, realistically.
Yeah.
So
And
you're spending all this money on a day that you're gonna wish never happened at some
Right.
point.
what does Joe Cam have on his camera right now? Besides,
Aww, little babies.
so I mean, here's the thing.
And you're probably also paying off your wedding too.
Oh, yeah.
By the time you're,
Yeah.
if you have that much
Most
Oh, yeah.
likely.
on debt, credit
Oh, you're
cards. whatnot.
paying for it the day you get married. And ever since.
Well, I mean, like a lot of people
Yeah.
probably put it on credit cards or take loans
Oh,
or whatever,
yeah.
so they're making installments into the marriage itself.
Unless
not-
the parents were paying for it and they had it saved up, kind of thing. But
Right.
Right.
yeah, it's crazy. Like you save that for your honeymoon, a house down payment, like all kinds of things you can use that for.
Yeah. And
It's-
you know what's stupid is weddings are just for the wife, or your bride. Like that is the only reason that you have a big wedding is
Yeah.
because you're trying to please the bride. The bride wants that special day. And the bigger the wedding, the more you're pleasing her and the more she's feeling special.
Yeah.
Because pleasing your
There's a
wife
lot-
is a bad thing.
Because you can't do it other ways. You have to do it that way.
Yeah. There's a lot of truth to that. That it is for the woman. That's what they call it. It's the woman's day.
The woman's
you know?
day.
Yeah.
And I can't tell you how many arguments I saw on wedding days as a wedding photographer
Oh, I'm sure.
when the attention started to get away from the bride.
Mm-hmm.
Brides would turn into fucking bridezillas
Mm-hmm.
because they weren't getting the attention and the focus because their bridesmaid had an issue with their shoe. And now it was like, oh, I can't do it. I can't walk.
Yeah.
And it's like just explosion, and
That's probably why I've never wanted a wedding. Like I've never wanted to be the center of attention, unless the camera's on me. Hey.
She said literally as the camera's on her. I don't want to.
And yet she controls the camera too.
well, no, the button's broken. It's not switching from me.
Oh my god.
No, I don't know. I just don't get it, man. It's just
Simon Cam.
Simon Cam. Oh my God.
Oh, don't come at me.
Call them out.
What's the craziest thing you've seen?
Hi,
at a wedding?
bud. Hi, bud.
So,
Okay.
I was shooting a wedding with a. I was actually kind of a apprentice, so to speak, but I was shooting a wedding with another guy, and the bride was sitting there waiting for the groom to show up, and he was late, and his brother was with them, and they were late, and it was like 20 minutes no show, 30 minutes no show, 45 minutes no show. The dad's calling him. Everybody's trying to reach out to him, and the dad ended up getting a phone call like an hour and 25 minutes into this. And it was like the sheriff's office telling him that the groom was in an accident and was killed.
Oh my
Fuck.
god.
That's like just what happened with like the newlyweds.
Yeah.
They were like on their honeymoon or something, and they were in a golf cart.
The dad
DUI hit him.
rented the brothers a Dodge Viper,
Oh god.
and he ran it into a telephone pole on the way to the wedding.
Oh my god.
Jesus.
Yeah.
Wow.
So,
I,
I mean, I kind of want to make a joke about it, but I feel insensitive.
Yeah, that's. I was at a wedding with a kind of a cringeworthy moment, not to that degree, but
I thought you were gonna say they were arrested.
no, that's what I thought was coming. Yeah. No, the one of the bridesmaids was in a wheelchair, and the DJ I guess was not aware. But so he's going through the wedding party, telling him stand up, stand up.
oh, one of those.
So he gets to her. Yeah.
It's called a
and-
Biden moment because
Yeah,
he
and-
did that.
Yeah, and he's like, okay, stand up. It's like, are you out there? Where did you? Are she in the bathroom? Stand up. Somebody goes sprinting from the table.
Right.
Oh God, I'm sorry.
Yeah.
It's like,
Yeah.
wow, how do you not do?
I was shooting this wedding, and this bride and groom had been practicing this ballroom style dance, like practicing,
Oh,
practicing, like days in, days out, leading up to the wedding. And she gets up there and they start the first dance and they're doing their little thing. And
Is that ballroom dance?
it's a ballroom dance. And so he had cufflinks on, and her hair was in like this magnificent hair bun that looked like a fucking.
This is
bunny
why
hop.
you hate buns.
And her hair caught his cufflink, and he twirled her, and her whole hair just went, and just 4 feet of hair just came out.
That's awesome.
And I'm like, should I continue shooting this because this is great, or
Yes.
should I put my
Yeah.
camera
Yes.
down?
Oh,
Like,
you
what's
have to
going
shoot
on?
it.
So
And you also have to get a side gig as a sound effects guy.
I don't. How did I can't do it in practice?
And ballroom imitator.
Yeah.
A Foley artist.
You're the new Michael Winslow. Is that his name?
Yeah. So she was horrified.
Academy?
Yeah.
She
Yeah.
ran off the fucking ballroom floor, the dance floor, whatever. And she came back like 45 minutes later, and her hair was completely down, and they were just like, fuck it, and they redid the dance. And then literally I went through I did the editing on some of the photos, sent her the wedding album. And she called me like freaking 6 months later, all pissed off because I put a photo of her like right before the moment. She's like, this was going to forever remind me of that
Oh
time. I'm
my
like,
God.
it's a good photo. Like
It was the
one-
last good photo,
It was
bitch.
the only good photo
Yeah.
that you had of that moment before it went to
Yeah.
shit. So I'm
Yeah.
like, bring me the fucking wedding album. I'll take the goddamn photo out and replace it. Jesus Christ, you whore.
They
She's
got-
been married 6
they-
times now.
I was just saying.
Oh
they got
no,
demerit-
the
they got
greatest
divorced
one is
for
when they
sure.
call me back 2 years later and like, hey, you did my wedding 2 years ago.
did the
Can you
next-
do the next one?
It's probably more husbands that do that, right? Or is it wives?
It's
Oh, I'll bet
both.
both,
Yeah, it's
yeah.
both. Yeah.
Got it. Yeah.
So
That'd probably be one thing I would not do is like repeat a vendor if I've ever married more than once.
I don't
it
want.
happens all the time.
I don't want to
That's
repeat
weird.
the family if it happens more than.
We shot
Well,
a
I
lot.
would hope not.
I don't
There's
like,
in Sarasota.
Don't you get some sort of like repeat customer discount?
No.
No,
No?
but I always shot with there's a DJ company in Sarasota called Black Booth DJ, and
That's racist.
there was a bride and groom, a husband wife team that I always Edie and Ramon, I think that was their name,
That
and
sounds like
they always shot or did the weddings, DJ, and I was always the photographer. We showed up, and it wasn't scheduled. We just always ran into each other and shot weddings together. So one night we're shooting this wedding in Bradenton at the like Bradenton whatever club, and they had an open bar, and the bartender's just back there slinging drinks, and all of a sudden he just fucking disappears. And everybody's like,
Oh God.
He's fucking
"Where's
the
the
bride.
fucking bartender? Where's the bartender?"
Where's the bride?
20 minutes later, he comes back. His hair is all fucked up. His outfit's all fucked up. And the maid of honor comes out, or bridesmaid, whatever, comes out. She's just like all ruffled up. And yeah, they were getting it on. And behind, there's like a little closet that was in the kitchen area.
Nice.
So you see all kinds of weird shit, man.
At least it wasn't the bride.
No, I've never seen the bride. Like, I've been on like they have you go photograph the bridal with the bachelor party and the bachelorette party.
yeah.
Seen some stupid shit go down.
I was
That's
gonna say,
that.
that's where
The
that-
idea
Like,
of just photographing or
do you-
videotaping that is just
I know.
stupid
I'm like,
to begin
why do you
with.
guys want me to come here with a camera and like photograph
Yeah.
stupid shit?
Right.
No, I was gonna say guaranteed that happens, but yeah, I would be shocked if brides are banging dudes at a wedding.
Oh yeah. I mean,
There's so much attention on them. How do you
Yeah.
even make that happen?
no, but the
But
bridesmaids,
brides parties, the bridal parties,
bridesmaids are just all
and then the
horned up and
bachelorette
fucking-
parties for sure, guaranteed it happens.
Mhm. Or they're
Huh.
meeting guys that they're hooking
Yes.
up with a day
Yep.
or two later.
Yep.
You know,
Yep.
for sure. I'm not going to say I did that myself. But
That's why he hated weddings. He just liked the perks that came with being a photographer.
there were a lot of
sure,
perks.
yeah.
There were a lot of perks. So, great perks.
just the
Gotta love the
camera.
perks.
He just
Great
goes
perks.
for the-
Hey,
He's talking
Yeah,
about
working
the
on
tips.
perks.
He's been working on the Trump.
So, I mean, I would work like 12-hour weddings, and I had a flat fee where I'd work the whole day. So I'd get there at 6 a.m., go meet with them when the brides are getting their bridesmaids and they're doing their hair, and then we'd and go where the guys are getting dressed, and we just travel back to wherever. And so I'm shooting this one where we go to is Davis Island, not the yacht club, but there's a Davis Island, another club out there, and there's no lights outside. So when it gets dark, you're fucked. But they had the wedding outside. Well, the bridesmaids decided it was a good idea to go get their shoes dyed the same day
Oh,
as the wedding.
Nope.
And they got up real early,
Yeah.
did their hair, then went to go pick out their shoes, and then went to go to this wherever place on Florida Avenue to get them dyed. And sure as shit, they're taking forever. And so they get back to the Davis Island Country Club, and it's pitch black. Everybody's pissed off. And I'm like, okay, well, luckily for me, I had my lighting, my photography lights, so I was able to get my photos that I needed, but everybody else was pissed. Like, don't plan shit on your wedding day
No.
that,
that's so-
are time sensitive
No,
like
yeah,
that. So,
no.
Jesus
Those
Christ.
flashes on those disposable cameras didn't do well in the
Oh,
dark.
do not use disposable cameras.
Not-
Those are just guys doing dick pics in the bathroom
Yeah.
left and right and being stupid.
I will say, we did that, and it's fun. It's
Did you get any surprises?
not that bad.
I'm sure me and
We got
Bubs
some-
sent you a couple.
Oh yeah. We got surprises, but they weren't that bad. But it's like that to me has more value than taking pictures of people getting ready before the wedding. Like whoever,
Oh, yeah.
does anybody ever go back and look at that? Like this was me getting dressed on my wedding day.
Happens.
I'm telling you, my wedding
No, I know that
album
happened all
has
the
not
time.
left the closet since we got
Yeah.
it 8
No.
years ago.
No.
It
been on-
took you
it's been
2
on the-
years to get your wedding album?
Oh yeah, it took us a long time to get our photos and everything too.
Holy crap.
Yeah.
Insane.
I'd have forgotten about it by then.
I got
it's been
married.
sitting on the shelf. It's been sitting on the shelf since we got it. It's sitting on the shelf and hasn't come out yet. I think I don't even know if the wrapper is still on it.
That's what she said.
Yeah,
That's
that's right. Yeah.
She says a lot of things.
No, so my wife at the time was helping me shoot some weddings, and I started getting, she would help me put the wedding albums together, and she'd go to the weddings and help me load stuff up and prep ladies for their photos and stuff. She was actually pretty good at it, but then when we got divorced, it was all me, and I had fucking 30 wedding albums to put together,
Oh,
and all these people fucking call me, "Where's my wedding album?" I'm like, well, about that.
I got divorced.
yeah.
Yeah. So I had a shit ton of work to do on my own. So that sucked. Never let a lady enter your work career and cohabitate at the same time.
Yeah.
I'll leave the camera off me right now.
Yeah. No, it's difficult because if you partner with your wife in your business and then shit hits the fan, your business is fucked.
That goes really with any kind of family, honestly.
Mm-hmm.
You gotta, if you're gonna do it, have very, very.
Oh yeah, we'll do the taste test.
Because I see,
Oh,
your,
yeah.
I see
Yeah.
your
Yeah, I'm
beer's
getting-
almost
I'm getting
empty,
low,
and
too.
his beer's
Yeah.
empty.
Yeah.
I was just trying to time it right.
Simon wants ice.
I'll just try Andrew's before I have one of my own, just in case.
Sure.
Yeah.
Do you like wheat beers?
I don't know.
I'm pretty sure I'm not going to like this, but
Oh, I like it.
You do?
Yeah.
So Joe, with Joe Cam, show us the photo.
Yeah, Joe
show
Cam.
us the.
Show us the Floridian.
So this
The
is
Funky Buddha.
Funky Buddha
Okay.
Floridian. It's a wheat beer, and it's actually 5.2%. And Funky Buddha is a local company. I think they're down near Miami.
Simon approved.
Did he lick it or just sniff it?
Oakland Park, Florida.
A little both.
Okay.
Sweet.
We shall give it a shot.
Okay, who's going first? Drew, you go.
This is a German style Hefeweizen,
Mm-hmm.
even though it's from Florida.
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 It's not as bad as I thought it'd be. Actually, pretty good. I thought it was gonna be more ale and IPA-ish.
Oh no.
Mm-hmm.
No, I love Hefeweizens,
Actually, pretty good.
and it's hard to find a good one here. But this is I've always liked this one. Yeah.
You've
I
had
lo-
this
I
one
lo-
before?
Yeah.
Okay.
I love Hefeweizens.
Joseph?
Yeah.
Oh, this is delicious.
It's good, right?
Yeah.
I really didn't think I was gonna like it. I text Joe earlier. I'm like, I know I'm not gonna like it, but we'll try it.
No, I almost
Hey,
cracked.
if you have a better idea and you want to buy something, go right ahead. This was sort of a backup.
Yeah, no, it's
know?
great.
Yeah.
No, if this hadn't been our taste test one, I would have opened one already earlier.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Okay. So
I think it's
Hold on, I gotta-
delicious.
try it yourself.
It's not powerful. It's not gonna like take away the you
Nope.
know. She didn't
I
like
just
it?
don't think you like carbonated anything.
I just don't think I like beer.
No, but this is pretty good.
But I like the
Like,
blueberry.
to me-
I like the fruit beers and the ciders. I decided
This
I like
is I
ciders.
just got done mowing the lawn kind of beer. Like I could do
Yeah.
this.
Yeah, I
like,
can
Yeah.
see that.
Yeah. Yeah.
It's kind of a not. Now here's the kicker, and I might add an edited version of the show because, dude, that fucking IPA we drank last week,
The
I
company
had
called.
I had the worst headache. The day
I thought
after.
you were gonna say shits. That too.
Maybe.
Well, he said it
from
tore his
one?
stomach up.
It did.
I think I had 2 or 3 that night.
He had a couple more after the show.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But I had the worst headache, and I think that's just IPAs
Really?
in general, man. They just.
They're very hoppy.
Well,
Ryan Hoppy.
go
You should,
go
you should
shopping
sponsor a
yourself next
Hoppy
time.
beer. Yeah. Speaking of which, I need to call Ryan.
Calling to Hoppy
He's
Hour. Is
now
that
working for Beasley Media Group.
Who are they?
There's another local
Another local.
channel here in
Who do
Tampa.
they own? Any
I think 87.9 or 89.7.
89.7?
They have a few.
NPR? Like WUSF?
No. It's 89. Isn't it 89.7?
I don't remember which
that's
ones they are.
That's WUSF.
I think it's 98.7.
Oh, I think they are owned by.
Oh
Beasley
yeah,
Media
98.7
Group.
is the Shark. Yeah, they're owned by Beasley, I think.
Okay.
I think 89.7.
I think
Now that I'm thinking about it,
104.7 is
Beasley
also
Media-
them too. right?
Probably. Yeah, there's a few that I listen to that are my presets that I just don't remember who goes to who.
Let's find out.
Yeah, they're all the same.
Look it up, Garby.
I am.
But yeah. But yes, he was on. He was with iHeart for a very short period of time after leaving Cox, and then now he's with Beasley. So kind of a weird situation. But I haven't talked to him about it, so I'm not going to make any assumptions. But apparently he, I don't know if he didn't like iHeart or what happened, but who knows?
Didn't iHeart do a lot of like layoffs with their like senior,
They just
like
moved
older?
but they just moved to a brand new building.
But I know, but didn't they get rid of like their older, like there was like 2 or 3 like male radio personalities that had been on the air
Oh
forever.
yeah, Jack Harris,
There was like
Yeah,
3 or 4 of them,
fired
something like
him.
that.
How do you
yeah.
fire Jack Harris?
and
I
they
mean,
did it
come
in
on.
such a pussy ass.
But they
way.
don't tell them that it's their last show, so they don't get a
No.
chance to like say goodbye to their listeners.
You should call Jack
like
Harris.
like Tucker Carlson. He just
See if
Yeah.
he can come on the show.
Yeah, see if Jack will come on.
Yeah,
Wacky-
we'll give them the airtime to say
wacky Jack.
thank you and
My-
goodbye.
Same thing with Mason Dixon. They let him go.
Yeah,
he's
that's
gone
the other
too?
one.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What?
But
Wow.
Yeah.
see,
Those guys had huge.
but here's what I want to do. Mason Dixon has he does a religious radio show out of his house, but it's broadcast on the air. So I'm not sure how he's doing that, but I
He's
really
got one of those
want
big
to
pirate-
research that.
Those big pirate
No,
satellites.
there was a pirate radio station in my neighborhood.
I
growing
know.
up,
That's
so
why I pointed it out. Does
But
it live in Temple Terrace? Is
ironically,
it the same house?
when I was driving by, it is. When I was driving by iHeart Radio yesterday.
Where is that?
It was-
on Gandy.
it's on
Well, they
Ga-
used to be on
The new
Gandy.
one's
it's on Gandy.
It still is? I thought you said they moved to a new location. And
They did, but the radio antenna is still there,
Oh, gotcha.
and it's huge. I'm like, is that going to be auctioned off?
Strap it to the top of the Jeep.
welcome
Let's go.
to welcome to Riverview, everybody.
You might want to check with the HOA before putting that.
Well, if you
bad
put it
boy
behind,
in.
if you put it
Right.
behind the fence that no one can see it.
Right.
Joe, it's like 300
Well,
feet
huge.
tall.
We'll hide it.
Yeah.
We'll hide
it's
it in
an
the big
antenna.
oak.
It's a FM AM radio station.
I thought it was like a satellite. Like
no,
ish.
it's
okay.
huge.
Okay.
We'll just paint it to look like a tree, like they do the
Right.
cell towers.
Will we get better cell phone coverage?
Maybe.
Probably get radiation burn.
Right.
You know, my dad. You had a for years. He used to correspond with Jack Harris. So
Oh, really?
man, I'll have him reach out. See.
Yeah, do it. His Wacky
Yeah.
Jack on Twitter.
Wacky Jack. Yeah. He
Um,
he used to know. He know my dad like, but you could tell just from his emails. Like, oh, this is Steve.
Yeah, it's weird. I mean, because the guy that replaced Jack Harris, he was on nights on 970 for a while now, like a few years now. And so when Ted Webb retired, they brought him in as Jack's kind of co-host. And I'm like, man, I kind of felt like
What?
this was gonna in the
Ryan
making.
something, right? Ryan?
Yeah, not Seacrest.
No.
Seacrest out.
No, it's gotta listen to it every once in a while.
I used to listen to him at night at 6 o'clock on the way home from work,
Yeah.
and then
Ryan Gorman.
Ryan Gorman. Yeah.
Yeah. So, and what's weird is because he was very liberal during the Trump and Biden kind of situation, and a lot of his broadcasts, I think, were more left leaning. But now that they put him on the air in the mornings, now he's more conservative.
See, I think the opposite actually, because I think he was more like Republican conservative to begin with, but he did do very fair coverage. So even though he would, you can tell that he was conservative, he would do an honest evaluation of what was going on and sort of like show both sides of it. I never felt like he leaned liberal.
Well, he had
Or at least I
Jose
didn't think he
Vega
did.
there with him, which was like his legal analyst, and another guy. But I don't know. I just remember them ragging on Trump all the time, which
Well,
he has a lot to rag on.
I was
I'm
gonna
not saying
say
he
he-
doesn't have a
yeah.
lot to rag on, but it was just kind of over the top sometimes. So I just kind of figured he was left wing. I listen to a lot of talk radio. I switch it back and forth. But when they moved him into the mornings with Jack, I'm like, that's odd. It's an odd partnership. And I will admit, Jack was getting old. Like when you listen to him, you could tell he was getting old.
Yeah.
But go to the guy and say, hey, look, Jack,
Yeah.
you've been doing this for fucking 40 years, 50 years. I mean,
Maybe they did, and he's like, "Nope, I'm gonna be on the radio, and I'm gonna die during one of my broadcast segments."
Maybe he can, call numbers at the bingo.
Yes.
God.
He's, he was I don't know.
If he comes on the Drinking with Drew, do we need like Geritol or do we need?
He's a very conservative radio host, and I think that's what's kind of got him to the point of retirement with them, because he was just kind of on some of the stuff he said was kind of on the extremist side.
Well, he's probably making a lot of money. The return probably isn't there, like it.
They want more youthful viewers and listeners, and you can't get young viewers with old voices.
It's hard.
MJ.
I mean,
it's a whole nother story. MJ, I liked his talk radio show.
The
Schnit show, but I cannot stand his 102.5 show. It's just, I'm going to talk about a story in 5 minutes. Oh, wait, I'm in 50 minutes. I'm just like, dude.
4.7.
He drags out a story longer than anyone I know.
It's so stupid.
So many.
The teaser specialist.
Mm-hmm.
It's like, dude, you said you were going to talk about this 2 breaks ago.
Tangent.
And it's the same like little shticks that he does from the 90s and 2000s before he went off air the first time.
Mm-hmm.
Like it's the same skits.
It's like that it's the morning circus garbage.
Mm-hmm.
Is what it.
The Zoo Crew.
Yeah.
It's like, what are we talking about?
Yeah. Every time I, travel for work or whatever, I'm in a rental car, find a station. It's always the same garbage. It's always like,
Dude, and if he could do,
why do you sound like Ned Flanders?
If he could do,
Oakley neighbor.
If he could do remember when he used to do the fake phone calls. What was the guy's
crotchety old man?
He does.
He still does them?
Yes.
Yeah, they've got to do it some way now legally, because it used to be just balls to the walls. Like you could just call.
It has to be pre-recorded, and then they get the permission once the call is over to release it on air. Or could you even record it beforehand?
Technically, no. I don't. They've got to have some loophole that they're doing, because unless the person just doesn't.
Yeah, to record, you have to have permission.
Mm-hmm.
Right. That's what I would think.
Unless they do some, like, let's say you agree, you sign up for a radio promotion 3 years ago, and you agreed to win a prize. And when you won that prize, you didn't read the fine print, and it said you agree to your likeness being recorded on future broadcast. And you don't fucking read it,
Yeah, that's it.
I'm smart. I'm going to start doing that.
We should start doing it.
Y'all, sign here, please.
Let's
Anyone that's ever been on the show now is signed up that we can use them for body painting.
No, let's just. Yeah.
I signed.
Oh, who the hell does he want body painted on it?
I got.
I don't know.
Technically, you got a body paint.
I did. Laura got body painted last week.
Really?
Yeah.
Wow.
It was off camera, but
chocolate sauce.
We added a photo.
Obviously, they didn't watch.
She got siren painted on her boobies.
Let's just say spilling ketchup on her at Charlie's doesn't doesn't count as body paint.
So yeah, everybody that walks in this room, I tell them, as soon as you walk in the room, just assume you're being recorded, because that's how we get the snippets before the beginning of the show. Like when you're arguing with your wife on the phone. Shut the fuck up, bitch. That's a perfect snippet for the front of the show.
Speaking of shows, you want to throw in the Netflix thing?
Oh yeah, let's do that. Let's do that now, because Garby's got to go.
And our 10th caller.
I don't know. I think I want to go for another one of these beers.
How many did you buy, Joe?
You can have mine.
It's a 6-pack.
Okay.
10th caller wins a free car.
Mm-hmm.
No, we're not Oprah.
Hot Wheels?
Free cruise.
A little Hot
Right.
Wheels car?
All right, just a free cruise. Free cruise.
You gonna take them out in a rowboat?
Yeah.
In your Hyundai SUV.
Oh, we had a viewer there, didn't we?
No, we didn't.
We had a view.
We had one view.
And then he dropped off like 2 minutes later.
Oh, fuck off.
Because he found out we had to have his likeness to view.
I wish we could.
Probably
I wish
Wacky
we could
Jack.
see who it was.
I know.
I wish it told you like what's the username of who was viewing.
Total number of...
Right,
Nope.
Boo. It's really sad that our max number of views only goes up to 4 on our little chart.
Where is that at?
Right over there.
The scale on the left.
Yeah.
That's concurrent viewers.
Nah.
He viewed at 7:30.
I know, but I'm just saying our little chart only goes up to 4.
It's okay.
Thanks, YouTube.
It's honest.
We just needed some motivation.
No pressure, okay? We don't have viewers. It's fine.
All right, so here we go. This is interesting. There are a lot of...
Now, what are we doing? Top 10 Netflix movies of all time, like by gross or by...
Now, are we talking movies or are we talking shows?
And are we talking Netflix paid movies or just any movie that has been on Netflix?
That's what I'm... let's see.
He didn't prepare well.
No, I did, but now I'm...
Because I'm just thinking like, the Breaking Bads and the...
I mean, those are all gone into syndication.
No, these are going to be...
Yeah.
These are going to be originals.
Netflix originals.
What is the
Netflix
percentage
originals.
of... What's the alcohol?
5.2.
5.2. Okay. Gotta know how many I can drink.
Now, hold on. Before we move on to the Netflix, as a Bud Light drinker, because you are an avid Bud Light drinker,
Mhm.
right? What did you think when Bud Light Golden Wheat came out?
I had never tried it.
Golden Wheat.
You still haven't tried it, or
Mm-mm.
When did it come out?
about 18 years ago?
Oh, Jesus.
I never tried it. They had Bud Select that came out. I tried that.
That was recent, though, right? That's like a light beer.
I mean, within the last 10 years or maybe.
Yeah, but I think like 18,
They've had a few different
yeah.
variations of Bud Light that
Yeah.
I've tried.
Then
but
they had like Bud Light with lime and.
to me, it's just it's a beer that I can have without, because I'm not a soda guy.
Yeah.
And I don't like going to dinner and drinking sodas, and even sweet teas are kind of sweet, too sweet. So that's why the Michelob Lights, the Bud Lights, the Ultras, I don't drink them to get drunk with dinner. I just drink them because they're a nice drink to have and have with dinner.
Yeah, when I used to drink Bud Light on the regular, I was actually like excited when Bud Light Golden Wheat came out because it sort of tastes like this. It has that weedy flavor to it.
Mm-hmm.
So I was just wondering if you had tried it.
Do they still have it?
They do.
Or do
They do carry it in Publix.
Oh, they still have it. Okay.
It's like there's like 87 boxes of Bud Light and there's like 3 boxes of Golden Wheat. Like, it's like on the top shelf, like tucked in the corner.
Maybe I'll try it.
I'm
If
just-
you say it tastes just like this,
I mean,
or
it's similar to it. Yeah.
We'll see.
Yeah.
All right, Greg, what do you got?
All right, so this is the top 10 original Netflix shows.
Shows. Okay.
Original.
So
Yep.
right off the bat, it's got to be you have to have.
But this is Collider.com, and it's based on IMDb ratings.
So highest rating. Okay. So it's got you got to have the Stranger
Did you
Things
say
on there.
Collitus.com? What was it?
Collider.
And it's shows, not movies, right?
Oh yeah, shows.
So
Stranger Things.
Stranger Things.
Right.
Stranger Things was on here.
What about Black Mirror?
Maybe.
That
Well,
was
no, because they canceled that one, I think.
I mean, yeah,
Stranger Things is number 5.
Wow.
Okay.
Yeah.
Was Black Mirror on the list?
Black Mirror
Breaking Bad
comes in at number 2.
Look at
Wow.
that. I mean, they did have like 5 seasons. I mean, there weren't very many episodes per season, but
Right.
it was very cerebral.
I watched it. Was it the first or second season where it was like the guy being forced to fuck the pig or something?
Yeah,
and
that
I'm
was,
like,
that was the British Prime Minister. Yeah,
I'm
that's
like,
the
I
first
can't do
episode.
this. Yeah, no.
You have to get past that one, but the rest of the episodes get very like cerebral and intense.
I've never seen it, so
I
It's
think
good.
I think
you'd like it.
if you have a weekend and you want to binge something, it is a good weekend like binge.
Yeah. Well, the good thing, you don't actually have to binge it either because it's they're
the seasons aren't
it's an
connected.
it's an anthology. Yeah.
Yeah,
So
they don't one episode doesn't
they're independent
relate
of
to
each
the
other.
next, but at the end of like one of the seasons, it ties things together from all the previous episodes. So you have to.
Yeah.
It's really cool though.
What year did that come out?
Black Mirror.
Probably like 5 years ago.
6
years ago.
Okay, so is Breaking Bad on the list?
No, because it's
No,
not a
it's not.
Netflix.
No, it's not.
It's a Netflix
What is
Wait,
Breaking
original.
It was
That
Like
was
FX or
AMC.
something.
AMC.
Bad? Okay. What about Sons of Anarchy?
That
No.
was
That was FX.
FX.
God
I
damn
don't
it!
pay attention to like when I watch Netflix. I don't pay
I'm gonna
attention to
lose.
like if it's a Netflix original. I just see if it's anything I think I would like. So I don't know.
I'll start throwing out some shows. Let's see what you
Start
got.
throwing out some hints.
I'm trying to
All right.
think.
So number 1, I don't think anybody's gonna get. It's based on a video game.
Pokemon.
No. It's Arcane.
Nope.
Definitely
Nope.
would not.
Nope.
Never heard of it.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. I. Yeah. That's number 1. Black Mirror we got was 2.
Yep.
Mhm.
Stranger Things is 5. Number 3. Well, let's go backwards. We'll start at number 10 and give you some
Yep.
clues.
You got to build up the drama.
Yeah, exactly. So number 10 is really good. It's
What about that?
serial killer related?
Dahmer.
It's a good guess, but no.
What was the Tiger King? Was that on Netflix?
It was, but yeah, it's not on here
Okay.
Wow.
because it's a flaming pile of garbage.
That's sort of a
Serial killer, not Dahmer.
Where are you
No.
going, Simon?
It's Mindhunter. It's about
Oh,
the
yeah.
It's a really good show.
I was surprised they canceled that.
It sucks.
But it was because
It's
it was
too
during the
expensive.
pandemic and they couldn't keep
Yeah.
people in their contracts.
Was
So,
Dexter on there?
no.
That was the Showtime
Dexter was
show.
was it Showtime? Or
Showtime.
HBO?
Showtime.
Showtime.
How
Yeah.
do people? I mean,
Number 9. I don't
Nope.
think anybody will get either.
Lucifer. They went on to
Uh,
Netflix for a bit, I think.
I'll tell. That's a good guess, but no. The Crown. It's about
Never watched it.
Number 8. I don't think anybody's gonna get this one either.
Nope.
Heartstopper.
Never heard of it.
never heard of it.
Yeah, never heard of it either. Yeah.
Like,
Number
who-
7.
Should be Kickstart My
Number
Heart.
7's a good show. Kind of went off the rails a little bit, but it's a political show, political thriller. It's one of the first.
What was it? Kevin Spacey.
Yeah.
What was
House
it?
of Cards?
House of
House of
Cards.
Cards.
Yeah.
There you
See,
go.
I technically I'm gonna say I got
That was
one.
mine.
Yeah, I got that bit.
Number 6 is appropriate for tonight. It's German.
Drama, comedy,
It's a drama, sci-fi,
Mm.
sci-fi.
a German sci-fi.
It's one of
comedy.
those that they dub, so they're very clearly speaking a different language, but they have English speakers behind.
I
it, you know?
refuse to watch those movies.
Yeah, those are.
I
it's
cannot
really
stand
weird.
it.
It's pretty. This one's pretty good at that. Like they did a pretty good job, but it's called Dark.
Never heard of it.
Yeah.
Before you move on, what's that one with the Japanese game show where they kill you?
Squid Game.
Squid Game?
Yeah.
Was that Netflix?
It was Netflix.
Yeah. Or is
that
It's
Apple?
not on here.
Really?
Yeah.
That was
It's
a
on-
phenomenon.
It was on
like,
another.
2 years
Yeah, it
ago.
was on another list for viewership. Like it was the most views within 28 days of a release.
Mm.
It was number 1 in that. But
I
yeah,
just
overall
watched-
rating. It's
I just
not.
watched a Netflix. It was 2 seasons. It's called Young Wallander, and it's a Polish-based series, but they all spoke English. So I was like, I can watch this.
Well, there you go.
Young Wallander. That's my next guess.
All right, that's not it. Number 4 is another one that's animated.
Oh, I probably have no
Um,
idea what the
It involves an anthropomorphic main character.
Hello Kitty.
No, it's a good guess, but no.
No idea.
BoJack Horseman.
That's pretty.
Never in
Is
a
that
million
really
years.
Netflix?
Jesus
though?
It is
Christ.
Netflix.
that's
yeah.
on-
I thought
like-
that was FX.
I was
I
gonna
think
say
we
that's
should have
on
stuck with
FX.
top 10 nude beaches.
Right.
It's claiming to be. Yeah.
Maybe they
Netflix.
got canceled and then they picked it up afterwards.
It
to
could
get
be.
into it. I
They
don't
did
know.
that
Usually
a
they say that.
couple.
I can't see that
couple
being
series.
being top rated though.
Number 3 is a good one. Number 3 is a good one.
Grey's Anatomy.
Let's see. How can I give you a
That's
clue
on
without
like
giving this
season
away?
22 now.
It's ridiculous.
Yeah. Shonda Rhimes is just raking in the money.
Number 3 deals. It's the first season's about a very very famous criminal, dead criminal.
Bundy.
No, it's not a bad guess.
Mm,
this is-
Son of Sam.
Hannibal Lecter.
This guy was real.
Just tell us because we're not gonna
Yeah.
guess it.
Yeah.
Narcos.
Yeah, no.
That is
Okay.
a good show.
Never saw it.
And then 2, as I mentioned, was Black Mirror, and number 1 was Arcane.
Mm.
Whatever the hell that
What
is.
was the German one that we didn't get?
Dark.
Dark. Okay.
What's sad is out of those 10, I've probably heard of 2 of them.
Right.
Like literally.
Yeah.
I apparently don't sit around and watch TV at night.
I'd recommend Black Mirror. I think you'd enjoy that. You'd enjoy Mindhunter probably.
Yeah.
House of Cards is. I enjoyed House
I
of Cards.
barely
don't know if
got
you-
through that one.
yeah.
Like
Oh,
it was
so you did
okay.
watch
I
it,
did
yeah.
watch it, but it was
Kind of goes off the race. Just
Yeah.
weird.
it just gets to the
Weird.
point where it's like
Yeah. It started out. I was enjoying it right in the beginning, but
Well, the one that I just watched, the Polish one that's English, Young Wallander, they canceled it, but it's one of those shows that they got great views. I can't remember why they canceled it, but their viewers are like petitioning Netflix to bring it back and
wow.
continue on with another season. They've done that a few times, and I can't remember the other shows. I read an article recently
What's it about?
where he's a like first year police officer, like second year. He's like a very young police officer. And then out of nowhere, he witnesses this murder in his neighborhood. And he lives kind of like in the projects, but nobody knows he's a cop. And he witnesses this murder that like puts him right into like major crimes. And then it's like his journey as like a really young detective and whatever else. But it's pretty good.
So it's like Doogie Howser in the police department.
It is. Yes. Yes. For a second, actually, I I clicked on it because I thought it was the actor who was in Mindhunters.
Oh, John, the younger guy?
The younger guy.
Groff?
I think I'm thinking of the right actor. But I thought it was like another actor. And then I was like, oh, this is Polish. I'm not watching this. And then I realized they were speaking English. I just don't like dubbed TV, like movies or TVs or I can't do it.
Is the synopsis, how many polls does it take to solve a
Screw
crime?
in a light bulb? Oh, no.
How many Polish people does it take to
plug in an LED
plug
lamp?
in
Wait, does that offend German people? No.
Yeah.
So the writer's strike, I think, will affect what, the next year?
Everything. Oh, yeah. It happened before. Do you remember that? When it happened before?
And they had to like replay seasons.
Yeah, they had a bunch of reruns. It was brutal. If you like TV,
Right.
or movies.
Yeah. I mean,
like a lot of stuff went on hold.
that's the thing. I mean, I probably should get into some long-term like episodes of whatnot.
I don't know. I don't know if that's like a life goal. Like I really need to watch TV.
But I hear everybody talking about like all these fucking awesome shows, and I'm like,
Here's the thing.
never seen
He
it.
works from home in the living room with his feet kicked up in the recliner, TV on all day. What does he watch? Fox News, and he watches stocks. Literally, that's all he watches. He chooses to not watch good shit.
Yeah, but if you get invested in a show, then you're paying attention to the show and not focusing on your work.
Lies.
I stand correct. No,
And
I'm
does
going
he
to correct
need
you. I don't just watch Fox News and stocks. I switch around. I watch a little bit of CNN, a little bit of Fox, a little bit of MSN, a little bit of this, that, and the other, a little bit of Pawn Stars, a little bit of American Pickers. I mean, I switch it around.
Oh, so you like the stuff that ruined the History Channel?
Pretty much, yes.
Oh, you asshole.
Did you see the pictures
if you-
of Danielle Colby?
I thought you were about to say some other Danielle. I was like, oh my God, how'd you know about that?
Is she going to be on the show too? Is she going to be a special guest on that certain episode?
Danielle Colby from American Pickers. She's
she's got her own show now.
No, she's got.
She does like burlesque stuff.
She does, and she's got some photos on her Instagram that are quite interesting.
Totally thought you were just going to leave it at
You get
Insta.
some side boob.
Trying to earn that young
Craig's-
cred.
Right.
Oh yeah, I got.
That's
Insta.
hilarious. Oh my God.
You get some side boob and some quite
I mean,
nice
she's
photos.
all right. She's all right, but I mean, I think she's I don't know. I viewed her page. It's cool, but it's just one of those things to where it's
So
like,
you-
okay,
So he did see the photo.
I need
Mm-hmm.
it's classic photography and artwork, whatever, but I'm not. It's not porn.
He prefers more
It's not
penthouse
porn. You know, I need something
to
else.
pin up.
Yeah.
So I need a better description of what exactly this was. What it was.
What she's doing?
You have to pay for her Patreon page in order to get the explicit photos.
It's just burlesque stuff. Like
Is Patreon another OnlyFans?
Similar, yeah.
Oh, okay.
Laura's more and more, revealing shit on the show here. Pretty much.
Maybe we'll get 2 viewers, 1 for each.
There you go.
Do we have names for them yet? or what?
I'm just going to start publicizing.
We should start a
Laura
poll.
goes nude tonight.
We should start a poll.
For the who? The viewers?
No, Joe asked if they were named.
to name
I said we
Laura's
should start
boobs.
a poll.
like Pamela Anderson. It was Poncho and Lefty.
How the fuck did they pull those names out of Lefty?
That's
Like,
what
how
she
did they-
called them, Poncho and Lefty.
But like, how is Poncho and Lefty? Like, how are those connected?
Yeah,
I don't
there goes
know.
Squeezy and Beezy.
I mean, I guess when you get to name your own boobs, you could pick out your own names.
Guess so, but it just sounds like you let your kid name your pet or something. Dumbest names ever.
Maybe she let her kid name her boobs.
Maybe she did.
Have you ever had a nickname for your private parts?
No,
You've never had a partner name your private part?
no.
I call mine. I'm trying, buddy.
ITB.
Do you have a nickname for mine?
Over the years, and this is kind of like, it sucks.
Wait, hold on.
Yeah, very
Hold
clearly
on.
does.
Do we want to mute the mics before you put this on?
No, I've just over the years, and it's kind of like saying babe to that generic babe turn when you're talking to your girlfriend, which I hate. But in terminology, my nickname for the yin yang is hoo hoo. I'm always like, ugh. Yeah, but
Oh, it's not a
I don't
nickname.
I don't say it like in like I say it in conversation. Like if I'm talking to somebody, I don't want to say, be vulgar. I just
Your
say, yeah,
twat.
she showed her hoo hoo.
Hoo-ha.
But yeah, some people say hoo ha. I just said hoo hoo, and that was told to me by a girlfriend many, many, many years ago. So it just kind of stuck in my head. So I don't know if not really a nickname.
Right, it's not really a nickname. I thought you were talking about Poncho and Lefty.
I had a girlfriend call him Spanky, which is very generic.
Yeah, that's not original.
That doesn't seem original.
No.
Probably called all of her boyfriends that.
Yeah.
Spanky.
Yeah. Yeah.
I was the 3-inch Spanky though. She probably had 8-inch Spanky before me. Who knows?
Oh yeah, I'm disappointed by this.
Oh, is that the Danielle thing?
Yeah.
Show it with Joe Cam, Joe.
Oh, I gotta put it on Joe Cam. Can we do that?
Yeah,
Is
it's
it
on Joe
copyrighted?
Cam.
Do we have to
Yep.
write her?
Is
Do
it
we have to-
copyrighted?
She publicized it.
Oh, that's
Okay.
true. She did.
That's
I mean,
it.
you get a little side boob going on there
That's it?
That's
Because
because
definitely
she's got
not-
nothing on but feathers.
Who cares?
That's what she wants you to think. She's in.
You got some
Full on
side. You got a little
spandex over
side
there.
boob, but
I'd be angry that I wasted the thumb power to scroll.
Right?
Yeah.
because
I
your
mean-
hand is busy doing something else.
I'm sure she's a great person, but
Yeah.
not my style. Now, if she is wearing roller skates and like rollerblading and doing something like skating
Roller
and
derby girl.
roller derbing
Yeah.
topless, I'd be like, yeah, let's do it. Fuck yeah.
That just sounds dangerous for the nipples. Just saying.
It happens. Joe, can you get me another funky Buddha?
Yeah, but here's a better one actually.
Let's see. Where is it? Nope. There you go.
It's not better. She's covering her shit up.
Yeah.
Well, it's Instagram, so if you want the full non covered up version, you got to go to Patreon
I mean,
and you got to pay for it.
whatever. I've seen
Yeah.
boobs.
I would hope so with 27.
Give me a beer,
marriages.
Joe. What's this bartender doing? He's slacking.
You didn't tip, that's why.
Just the tip.
I'll give you a tip.
Just the spanky
You're
tip.
in that Hershey shirt.
Here, you want to know my nickname for it? It's now Wanky. You had a Spanky, now you're a
Spanky
Wanky.
Wanky.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, that sounds like you're just assuming I wank it all day.
That's the whole point of working from home.
Right?
That's why-
You also just said that you took the word hoo-ha or hoo-hoo
Hoo-hoo.
and has carried it on for how many years?
Every
It's
girl
been the
he's ever
same
met.
thing, so I at least changed it up a little bit
Or-
for you.
Yeah, man, since I was 14.
God.
I just call it.
You want another one?
Can I touch your? Nice.
We're just going to start listening to Greg hum when he's around women now. Means he's asking.
He just calls it ASMR now.
Yes.
Hey.
You got to say that when he's trying to drink.
Oh,
Yeah, I'm just going to edit that into every conversation.
Let's see if we can get somebody to spit that beer out.
Wait, can we just make our own laugh track? Because that was a pretty good one.
I don't even know if mine
Yeah.
works anymore. I
Is it
haven't-
recording?
I
You can just record. Oh,
my God, it's so loud.
fuck. Ours is better.
Ours was better.
Mm.
Have you gotten a text yet? Don't fucking tell him what you call my hoo-hoo.
Yeah. Yeah.
That's so freaking cool, man.
No. No.
I
No.
haven't used those in a while. Okay. I first forget they're there.
Switch them up.
I know. Well, I can only use 3 of them while I have the cell phone plugged in.
Well, can't you just yank the plug of the cell phone?
I can, but then I got to press this button to organize it.
Oh,
It's
God,
confusing.
press the
I know,
button.
so it might. All right. We're over an hour.
Oh, my
Greg's got
God.
to go home. I'm going to smoke a cigar.
So 101 names for boobs.
Oh, boy.
Oh, Jesus.
That's a long ass.
Let's
list,
save that
Joe.
one. Let's save
How
that.
about Nippy and Slippy?
Funny nicknames for your breasts.
We'll save that for the next
Yeah,
show.
that'll be
Laverne
next.
and
That'll be
Shirley.
next week's.
Ben and Jerry.
Don't give it away. This
Tune
is
in next
Yeah,
week.
top 10 next week.
I usually call those.
I think I'm going to end the show. No, I was gonna do it with some siren, but
Justin Bieber.
Nice.
what?
Justin Bieber.
Oh, that's for that. Yeah.
I don't want that affiliation. As
No.
let me play with Justin Bieber, baby.
Right.
Like, no thanks.
Right. So Siren was on the show last week, so I'm going to
Thursday.
end with Thursday. So,
Local metal band.
was a local
straight
metal
out of
band.
Brandon.
So we're going to end with their song off of A Mercenary's Fate.
New album out now.
Yeah.
Check them out.
Only in Germany.
Only
No.
in Germany.
I know, I'm
No,
kidding.
it's not. This is good music. All right, guys, drinking with Drew. We'll be back next week, unless there's a bunch of radiation and craziness going on. Until then, peace out. Follow us on
Word to your
Instagram,
mother.
Twitters, Facebooks, all the good stuff. drinkingwithdrew.com. Peace out.